There's a current trend where a lot of people recommend, and a lot of psychologists apparently recommend, you to write letters to the individuals you are having relationship issues with. What I mean by relationship is anything in general, not just romantic relationships. But personally, I think this is very wrong because we are humans and humans have a lot of emotions. And the best part of being human is that we are blessed with the ability to express our emotions using words. So if you're having an issue with somebody, it's best if you sit down and have a one-on-one chat, or with not just one-on-one, but as with somebody else as well. But this is how I deal with my relationships. If I sense an issue, if I sense a distance, if I sense something negative, I tell them, look, there is something different. We are not the same, as in there's something different in the way we speak. So is there an issue? If there is an issue, let's sit down and talk, right? Let's get it out of the way. And if there's no issue, then let's meet up. Yeah, so it's easy as that. I mean, you guys, you don't have to keep thinking and overthinking, overanalyzing what this status is regarding your relationship with this individual. Just get it out of your head, but make sure when you're expressing this concern that you are not muddling emotions into the conversation. That's very important, especially emotions like anger, right? That can worsen whatever the situation you are in, or that can create new problems. So you need to first calm yourself down and accept the fact that there is an issue to be addressed, or there is something that needs to be discussed, and then you have a very diplomatic conversation, more to say. What I mean diplomatic in the sense, no emotions, just a discussion of what's going on. And that will clear a lot of misunderstandings. And on the plus side, it will strengthen your relationship. Because if this individual really wants to be in your life, really wants to be a friend, family, partner, colleague, whatever, in whatever capacity, if this person really wants to be a part of your life, it'll bring them closer because they value your openness, your honesty, your frankness, and they will also understand your emotions and what you're going through. So you guys, the two of you or more, can understand each other better by communicating. The problem is we don't communicate our emotions as much as we should. And when we communicate, we bring in emotions into the communication. That's where we go wrong. Regarding communication, as humans, we have emotions, and we are able to express emotions using words. But the downside is we mix emotion with words. That's where we go wrong. So when you mix the two, it can either exaggerate things that should not be exaggerated and cause greater harm that is actually present between the two of you. So make sure when you're discussing anything with somebody, especially regarding your relationship, you need to take out the emotion while discussing it. Lay the facts on the table and say, this is what is happening. This is how it is affecting me, and I suppose it's affecting you as well. It's best if you can open up to me and tell me what's on your mind, so that if there's something that I did wrong, I can change my behavior, or I can do something about it, and so goes about yours. And that will actually clear out a lot of misunderstandings. Trust me. And sometimes you might lose a friend, you might lose a person. And if that happens, it's really hurtful. It's devastating. It'll tear you apart. I mean, after so long you've been knowing each other, suddenly this person just cuts you off. It's going to haunt you. But you got to be ready for it. Because if this person does not understand that there is something needs to be clarified, needs to be upgraded about, this person cannot stay in your life, right? Because this person is not a part of your life. This person is just just lying around, right? So it doesn't make sense. So think that way and make sure you communicate to people and be ready to lose people because you're communicating your true emotions. Because as much as you want to give love and affection and care to somebody, you need to receive it too. Any relationship is a two-way street. Don't forget that. And the key to that two-way street is communication. Open communication without emotions. Toodles! The main reason I suggest you to communicate and not write letters, because I find letters act like a wall. As in letters that you don't send, right? So it's just you write it down and you keep it to yourself. So it's not communicating, right? You're just expressing all your emotions. You're just letting it all, and there's no feedback to it, right? It's like all your emotions, all your expressions are hitting a wall and it's bouncing back to you. You're not really letting it go. Right? That is the downfall of writing these letters that you don't give this person, because it's going to bounce back and you're going to internalize these emotions and thoughts, and it's going to be in you. You may say it's not, because it's a trend now that everybody's writing these letters, and it's the whole hype of it. But in about 2 or 3 years, this is going to come up. Trust me, it's going to come up in your mind, and you're going to regret not having a conversation with this particular individual. Trust me on this. We are very complicated beings. Emotions make us even more complicated. So you need to transform your emotions into something positive. Right? And what better to do it than through compassion, right? So whenever you speak, remember that you're speaking to another human being with a soul just like yours, with emotions just like yours, with sensitivities just like yours. And how would you feel if somebody spoke in a harsh manner towards you? You need to consider all of those things while communicating to anybody, right? Because it is these communication barriers that lead to extra problems and create unnecessary negative emotions in society. And when all these negative emotions accumulate, it creates chaos. Right? Your mind is not at peace. You cannot concentrate on anything. You will not be productive for the day. Sometimes it'll be for months, and you're going to harbor that anger, the revenge, everything's going to be bottled up in you. So you need to let go of all these emotions. You need to say that, okay, I'm feeling these emotions. It's only momentary. It's going to go away, and switch. Just like that. It's going to take time to do this, but you can do it. Trust me. All right. Toodles.